Samaran. Hope everyone is well. As I wanted to do a video around cancel culture. I know a lot of people were talking, hey, bro, I haven't recorded in a couple of days. And I just wanted to talk to cancel. But then I was like, I got a DM. And this topic really spoke to me. And I've always wanted to do this topic. So let me just try and just jump straight to it. So she starts off by saying, hello, big bro. Uraiti, angiti. And then she goes, no, man, I'm 34. I'm older than you. She's not older than me. I'm 35. But anyway, she carries on speaking. And, you know, she says the kindest things, you know, the kindest things, you know, amazing work. So anyway, thank you again for all those compliments. But yeah, then she goes into wanting to offload or unload certain things. And she said that she needs a person who is sober-minded and who won't judge her. In my response, I was like, I'm gonna judge the shit out of you, you know. I'm gonna judge you, society's gonna judge you. Just get used to getting judged, man. It's life. We all get judged, you know. So then she breaks it and she says, okay, I'm 34 years old, I'm childless, good job, I take care of myself in all ways. However, I am dating a married man. Oh, married man, you know. And she says that they've been dating for 18 months and they fell heads over heels in love with each other, you know. And then she says he is a good man who loves and takes care of his wife and respects her, you know. Respects her, respects the family. He's super involved with his kids on a daily basis. He's smart. I'm so deeply attracted to him. On top of that, he is great in bed. Whoa, brother doing the things, you know. So then she says, here's my issue. Now that I realize that I love him and I'd like to keep him in my life, I'm stressed. I'm feeling stressed out and out of balance. I need to do more or something in order to keep him. So she wants to add more. She wants to bring more to the table in order to keep Uput. And then she says, I'm a mistress. I understand that. He has everything he needs. In my view, a family is all a man needs, is what she's saying. I'm battling to answer the stupid question of what do I bring to the table? You know, so she's been asking that question to herself. And then he loves me and, you know, all the mushy stuff. She's confused with what value she adds to this guy. You know, she's confused because this guy's got a loving wife that he also loves and a family and this and that. And he's like, I don't want to lose him though. And what can I do? You know, I know he loves me. He says he loves me. If he didn't, he would have smashed and left, you know, because he's already smashed. So he would have left, you know. So why? What do I need to do? For her, she's not making sense. But again, she's asking for any assistance around to be more supportive to him, to add more value to his life. While at the same time, she says, how do I play my role as a good mistress outside of sex? Is there anything else she can do? So then I jump and I obviously respond, and I'm very grateful for all the stuff. And to me, what really hit me is how honest she was. She was honest. She wasn't, and how honest he was, you know, because a lot of people in relationships start off by saying, I'm married, but we're not happily married. I'm married and we're struggling. We're married. And I was like, well, you're honest in terms of, you know, he's got a wife and how he sees his wife and his family. But then I also unpacked from my own personal views. Personally, I hate the terms mistress and side chick. I think they've got a very, very negative connotation. And if you are maybe a person who respects tradition, understands you grow your family. If you're a traditionalist, or at least even if you don't agree with it, if you can understand and respect it, you understand there's many polygamous relationships out there, and we don't say this person is a side chick, or polyamorous, whatever the case is, before they get married. So even if a person is married, if they're looking to have a second wife, they start off by dating that person, you know, before they introduce that person into the family. So I don't like those terms. Give me a mistress or a side chick is like a person that you go smash when you're bored, and then you smash someone else. Here, there's clear love from the guy's side. It's clear that Losisi is an important part of this guy's life as his girlfriend. because he would have smashed and dashed and ran away, you know, but he stayed, you know. I know many guys who have dated multiple people, and the important role that those sisters play from a psychological and emotional sense outside of just the sex. Guys can go and cheat and fuck other bitches, that's okay, but for a guy to consistently come back to this one lady, you know, he might be married for 5 years, 10 years, whatever the case is, but for him to consistently come back to this one lady and take her crap, because we understand relationship has certain dynamics, you know, it tells me, Guti, there's something there. So again, from a psychological and emotional point, a lot of sisters have really helped out marriages, you know. But I also say to her, Guti, it's very important that she needs to have a real introspection with herself. You know, she really needs to unpack what is it that she, from her side, is wanting out of this relationship. Is she wanting something long-term? Is she wanting marriage and becoming a second wife? You know, is she wanting to be a mother with kids from this man? What is it that she's wanting? And then once she has a clear understanding of what she wants, then she sits down with this guy and says, look, my love, I understand that it's not an easy thing to go to your wife and say, hey, there's someone else. Of course, because you stand the risk of losing that wife. You stand the risk of messing up your family, losing access to your kids, etc., etc. However, this is what I would love. This is what I would care for. This is what I would, you know, long term. And how can I assist you in mapping how we get to what we want? It might take 2 years, 3 years. I know I need to be patient, but can we please have conversations leading up to that? So she has to be honest, and she has to have those conversations without putting unnecessary pressure, because the moment you put too much pressure, you might lose it. Because at the same time, he's got two things. He's got his wife and his kids, and he's got you, and he loves both. But if you squeeze him and you put him under pressure, then he'll default into the space of the wife and the kids. And we don't want that, because when I see you coming in with the intentions of continuing the love and growing the family, if that is what your intentions are. If your intentions is to be snaky and steal him away from this, I don't think that's a good look. But again, through conversations, that's not what you said. And I was like, look, to her, like, please don't be the side chick. Like, this is your man, you know. For 18 months, this has been your man. So the dynamics here is that it's a man who is in love with two women. This is not a strange thing within our culture, guys. This is not a strange thing within other religions outside of being a black African. So let's also not act like, oh my God, you. No. Lento siyaz. You might not agree with it, you might not accept it, but you understand it, or you know it, or you should understand it, and you definitely do know it. But yeah, so then I said, Guti, is it okay if I do a video about this? Because it's something that I've wanted to unpack. And she was like, okay, go for it. The challenges that she was talking about is the mere fact that she can't speak to her friends about this, because she's got friends that are married. Obviously, these are female friends, and they'll obviously judge her, because they'll see her as a homewrecker. They'll see her as the person who's trying to snatch another woman's man, you know. And she's like literally saying the opposite of that. She's just saying, I'm in love with this guy. I know he was honest. I know there's dynamics, and I'm trying to add value in this guy's life. I'm not here to take him away. You know, I know he loves family. I know he loves this. I know he loves it. And I want to be as supportive as I can, you know, in this long term, you know. So it was incredibly heartwarming on how honest she was, or she is in these texts. And the big challenge that I think as men, when we go through these things, we go into lie mode, and we lie and we omit. Lapo, you know, Guti, you've got also see that you're married to, or the relationship that you've had for a while, but then you also have someone else. So then we start lying. Why? Because we want to protect this. Or if you want to say, because you're so selfish and you want your bread buttered on both sides. Okay, sharp. You know, men, women, everyone, they're selfish. Again, there's many men who are married that just go and smash left, right, and center. I'm not talking about men who are smash. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about men who are in a relationship who also want another relationship and have two relationships. This, again, is nothing new. The problem is that in today's time, we just lie to ourselves. We lie. We lie to ourselves. We lie to others. I've spoken to people who have judged me for the mistakes I've done. Judged me. Oh, I can't believe, so you can't keep it in your pants. You so did. only to find out that they've been cheating and lying for way longer with way more people than I've ever done. But they came to me on this high horse saying that they're better than, making it seem as if I'm the worst person ever to exist on this planet, as if I'm the first person to make those type of mistakes. I'm not, you know, I'm not. And in many cases, people fall in love with other ladies or other men, you know, wherever you see, you know. But the crux of this is that we need to have these conversations. We have to have these conversations. A lot of females are saying there's no good men out there. There's no good available men, maybe, that can less. So after a while, sisters are like, hey, well, I'm 34. I'd like to have kids. I'd like to get married. I earn X amount. That guy is in my bracket. He just has another lady, and maybe I need to share him. And she's okay with that. Maybe lady one might not be okay, but let's have that conversation. Let's see how that happens. You know, is there any wiggle room? I'm just here to add. It is a hard conversation. It is a painful conversation. I could just imagine my partner coming to me and saying, hey, there's another guy that she's fallen in love with. What are the dynamics? My brain would freeze. You know, my brain would freeze. But we need to have the conversation. And if the conversation is, you know what, so I'm out. You know, I bow out. You can do that. Then that's where it needs to happen. But for me to pretend like those things don't exist is me living in a fucking lie. You know, it's me living in, I don't know what universe. It's true. It happens every single day. And I would prefer, me personally, I don't know about you, for a person to be open and honest with me. Let's have these hard conversations. Let's have these hard conversations. And we might agree to disagree and move our separate ways. And that's also fine. That's called life. I would rather find out, move away, honestly, rather than you doing things behind closed doors. So I really think we need to go back into a culture of understanding. Ukuthi lo bhuti lona is not out there trying to intentionally hurt his wife. He's not there trying to intentionally hurt. He's found a love in this lady who is giving him something different from what Mama Sindlin is giving, and that's fine. As long as people can have open and honest conversations and buy into this, which might take time and convincing and unpacking and learning and unlearning certain negative things, then we need to get there, you know. But I have always been this type of person in terms of having these chats. Hey, listen to Zenzega, guys. Yo, you guys can act like they don't. They do right now. You know, maybe you as a wife, maybe your husband is in a 5-year relationship with someone else. You know, I'm not talking cheaty here with oh ban, no ban. I'm talking about real relationship. Maybe your husband has kids with someone else that you knew nothing about, but there's no avenue of having these hard conversations because, again, he's scared of losing so much. But at the same time, he's getting so much emotional and psychological support from the other side. He might need that. And being in a polygamous relationship is not for everyone. It's not. You know, some people are using it in today's time just to justify cheating. You know, I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about people who are in love with multiple individuals. Those are people that we need to sit down and have these conversations, as difficult as they are. And we need to learn and unlearn some of the negative things that we've picked up from the West and go back into some of the positive things that may be in our traditions and our cultures. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about this whole thing. Please feel free to just continue DMing me. If you disagree, write in the comments below. I disagree because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, and let's learn from each other. Share this video far and wide if you think there's other people that can benefit from it, and subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll do a video on canceling, yeah, because that's one that I've really needed to drop sooner rather than later. But anyway, have yourselves a fantastic day. Yantanda, guys. Sharp.